Okay, so ALUS started as an ecosystem replacement program that utilized farmers' skills in their lands to get these things done. We designed it to have incentives for farmers, but it's morphed into something much more. It's morphed into a great community mechanism where communities can control their own fate and their own future, and by asking farmers to produce something different on their fields.
Yeah, I think that's pretty close to where I think the evolution is probably largely in awareness, and just the fact that there's more public awareness that we're producing more on the landscape than just wheat or cows or canola, that there's actually, you know, ecological goods and services, air and water and scenery and wildlife and all those types of things. And as that awareness grows, I think the obvious place for ALUS is it's a win-win because everybody's cooperating to get to that end goal. So.
And what's your role in ALUS then?
I'm the guy on the ground. I get to, I'm the producer, so I produce all these goods and services that have value to society, and just trying to figure out a way to, you know, make sure we can keep doing it as a farm family, you know, and that we can afford to, you know, if of all of our options economically to sustain our family, producing these EG&S is important for our family, and it's becoming a viable option for our farm.
And Brian, what's your role?
I started in 2006 as one of the first demonstration farmers. Now I understand that ALUS ran as a pilot project in Blanchard, Manitoba, a 3-year pilot. My community, my agricultural community, decided to import that concept into Norfolk County, where I became one of the first demonstration farmers and subsequently chair of the Partnership Advisory Committee there. So I've done that for 4 or 5 years, and I've recently stepped down as the chair because there's other community members want to get involved. And I have a bit of a larger role in maybe the planning, the fundraising, and helping think through how this thing grows across the country. So that's a little bit about what I do now.
And how has it grown across the country? Is it in multiple provinces now?
Yeah, so right out of the gate, when Norfolk was about in its first year, the ag minister from Prince Edward Island came, and they took the idea right away and made a provincial program in PEI. About 18 months ago, we got a very nice grant from the Garfield, or the W. Garfield Weston Foundation, to do ALUS in 8 more communities across the country, 4 in the east and 4 in the west. And that's where we are today. Is so there's new projects opening. Vermilion has been here, but Parkland County, Red Deer County, they're both opening. There's a project in Saskatchewan, and there's 4 other new communities in Ontario that have just opened.
Do you see this expanding in Alberta, Sean?
I think so, because the interest we've seen, so part of the point of ALUS was to grow sustainably and organically. So the growth has been, the interest has been beyond the capacity for sustainable growth. So I don't think you're going to be able to hold it back, but it's important that we have the resources and expertise and take the steps to establish the community background, the community buy-in, and grow it. There's several more counties interested, so I don't think you can hold it back, to be honest.
And how does a producer get involved in something like this, and how do you pick a producer?
Producers self-identify. We have almost a patented farmer-to-farmer contact process where you can inquire about the program by talking to another farmer. And that's a very easy way in without having to talk to somebody from the government or somebody that you might find threatening. So that's an easy way in, and it's voluntary, and you self-identify the project lands, and you self-identify what you're interested in doing. And so the farmer or the producer has a lot of say in what happens. And then the projects are picked by a peer committee. Part of the PAC selects which projects meet the principles of ALUS.
Okay, and what are those principles?
Oh my Lord, that's a tough test. The first thing is it's community-led, farmer-delivered. We use carrots, not sticks. It's voluntary, so we don't use easements or any other registration on title. Producers can come in and come out. We're verified. We insist that since we're paying real dollars for those things being produced on the farm, that we have third-party verification, and that's a key piece because that'll allow us to market. That's the other side of the story, where the money comes from. We have a tremendous emphasis on opening marketplaces. In other words, trying to get maximum value to the farm gate for what's being produced. So those are some of the principles. I'm sure I missed one. But that's basically, and the farmer-to-farmer contact is very big too. So community-led, the Partnership Advisory Committee concept is very, very big. Every community has done that somewhat differently. I don't know how many producers are on yours. Some communities have only allowed the producers to be voting members. In our community, we have counselors, farmers, conservationists sitting at our table. In your county, how is it here?
Our county's growing pretty similar, same way, same basic principles behind it. And our partnership advisory committee that sort of oversees things is be 50+% producers. We've got some counselors, we've got Alberta Conservation, ESRD, so we've got representation from Delta Waterfowl, and they're all voting members, but the basis of the pack is over 50% farmers. So